Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at none other than Bitcoin and its valuations against the US dollar, how it has managed to rally. Not, not just looking at yesterday of 11%, but within that move, we have broken upwards to the 20-day moving average and beyond. We are now, just a hairs up above the 20-day moving average. We'll see for the rest of the day if we're able to hold that. So essentially, if we just stay green or even if we go red, let's see if we're able to hold this line here. That is the more significant part of Bitcoin at this very moment. And we were talking about the potential price of Bitcoin being squeezed by the 20-day moving average and the lower bounds of this, where Bitcoin seems to be wicking and bouncing off of. Right, so this somewhere around here, and we can see that the price is getting squeezed within these moving averages, and now we see a potential breakout. Now, obviously, we're going to have to wait a few days to see if this holds, if the 20-day moving average holds. We did see something similar, not the exact same, but something similar on the 3rd of June, where we did rally up and the next day open, we were above the 20-day moving average just because of the angle of the 20-day. However, we corrected about 6% that day, bringing it back down below the 20-day. That could potentially happen again here, although it's hard to say for certain. When we look at the weekly, we see that we're now about 5.5% above the weekly open, and we're trending upwards, right? This was the very small kind of look, even without this candle here, and just looking at the two green weekly candles, the trend seems to be going up, albeit very small and slow. It looks like it's picking up now. If we look at the distance to the moving average, we are now 22.42% below the 20-week moving average, compared to um, maybe 2 weeks ago where we were 26. So we are making headway. It's just going very slowly. Having said that, this move for today has brought altcoins down. And when we look at the Bitcoin dominance, we are now up about 2.57 percentage points and about 6% on the chart, up for this week. And it really now seems to be that this was a higher low. Let's see if we're able to make a higher high. And then we can really then tell on a weekly basis that the dominance is trending up. If that is the case, look towards 50% dominance and above to see the strength of Bitcoin come back into play. Now, I don't think it's going to get any higher than 55. Definitely not 70. I mean, it can't push 60 if it really wants to. The point is that every move up during a bull market does not necessarily meet up with the downward point that it started at, right? So this is when Bitcoin dominance dropped. This is where it rallied to. It didn't quite meet the mark. Same thing here, dropped from up here and it rallied to here. And so it did not quite get back to the prior peak. So with that said, I don't think it's going to make it back to this prior peak or even this prior peak, which is around 60. 55, 50 seemed more likely. And we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, it's been what, 5 weeks, 4 weeks below the 20-week moving average. Not that long, just a month. Uh, I foresee this to be a longer grind. So we're talking about a month to month basis, depending on the price movements of Bitcoin. If this is the trend back to the 20-week moving average, then we can then discuss then, where the Bitcoin dominance is, how Bitcoin is going to hold, if it is it going to break the 20-week moving average. These are the kinds of questions that we do have in our minds, but I don't think it makes sense talking about it now, especially the 20-week moving average, because it's so far away. So keep in mind of that, folks. Ethereum, everything seems to be down in terms of altcoins except for Celsius. But yeah, Uniswap is down, BAT is down, Chainlink is down, Ethereum's down, um, Cardano's down. I don't know any other altcoin that might be up at the moment. And Bitcoin's just running away with it right now. It'll be interesting to see, because this is what I gandered, that you know, whether it's through a pump or through a dump, Bitcoin is going to grab that liquidity back one way or another. Okay, it's either going to be a flight to safety in a dump, or it's going to be outpacing the rest of the market in a pump. We're seeing that now, although it's just one day, right? So I don't necessarily want to jump the gun on this. It's definitely going to be a week to week basis of seeing this trend move up to definitively see the liquidity shift of altcoins back into Bitcoin. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.